So unfortunately, we had some more problems with the boom truck today. My dad was trying to move some lumber, and it looks like our winch broke. So I'm not quite sure what the winch exactly is. It has something to do with the lifting mechanism on the boom truck. So we've got my brother out here. He's worked as a mechanic before and an apprentice electrician, so he's got some experience with this kind of stuff. So we're going to see if he knows how to fix it or if we just need to buy a new winch and install it. We're not totally sure, so hopefully we can get this fixed and up and running soon, because we need to use it to lift up beams and walls and sheathing and the roof and all that. So it's a pretty key piece of equipment for us, so hopefully we can get it fixed and figured out cheaply and quickly.
Right there, but I wonder if we got caught. We shorted it out, but that's not a huge deal. Yeah, I just got to get it loose. Looks like these two bolts right here.
Yeah. Just
and then just lay it down enough to get this off. This comes off. You can buy it by itself. Parker. It's a 12-volt coil. Let's see if that number comes up.
Save my bacon.
So the coil
it probably burnt
went
the fuse
bad?
somewhere, most likely when it shorted out. So.
Where would see?
This might be up here. Where that soot is, that might be a fuse holder, but I'll get it in a second.
Because I did look over here, none of this, and
Yeah.
all of this is up here, hydraulic BRK. It has all these hydraulic stuff up here, but not one of them has a fuse in it.
So the coil went bad and it
That's what it looks like.
burnt through the wire?
Granger.
I get it from Green.
Looks like it. Looks just like it
$36.
right there.
That's nothing. I mean, it's money, but
CCPO12L. CCPO12LE. Yeah. Should be a 12-volt coil. I imagine that's it.
okay.
So we just have to replace the coil and that should fix it?
Maybe the
Yeah, we
fuse.
gotta find a fuse. Where'd it go? When it shorted out, most likely it find a fuse somewhere.
Okay. Well, that's a lot better than replacing a whole winch.
Yeah. At least these are all mechanically driven, because a lot of them are just
Electronic.
electronic altogether. They're a little bit hard to troubleshoot. Sure enough, a fuse.
Awesome.
Oh,
You're a
thank
saving
goodness.
grace, son.
An easy
I
fix.
You know, I looked at that, but I didn't know what it did.
Yeah, so that energizes and it runs a magnet inside of this deal.
Yeah.
And that sucks that magnet up and allows the fluid to go through. So it's an electronically driven valve, basically.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, just need a little more space to get it off.
Yeah.
Most
These bolts and
I'd probably just take it with me when I went to Granger, make sure the size and the bore looks the same.
Okay.
But it's a 12-volt coil. They're pretty common.
oh, thank you, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming by. Because I was having nightmares in my
Well,
in my day.
when you said it smoked and it was near the electrical, usually that's not.
Well, I figured it was electrical, but I'm looking at everything. I mean, you look at some of this junk in here.
I'm willing to bet that. I mean, it burnt the coil up, but I bet you something shorted out. And the way this thing's kind of beat up on the paint right there,
Yeah.
you might just look when you go to put it back together,
Make sure it's not touching.
hitting anything. Yeah. I don't know if that wire could have got in there. Maybe when you come back together, you take a zip tie and tie everything out away from the moving levers or something. But I need that. I'm sure it says on what the amperage is. 250 volts, which is the wrong voltage. How did this turn out?
I'll take it with me.
It should be 12 volt. It doesn't make a difference. It did its job. It popped before it sets on fire. So.
Yeah, I just saw a puff of smoke, and then I lost my winch. And I'm like, oh, God. The winch will go up, but if you put any load on it, it won't go up.
It's common. Yeah, the one go out like that's pretty simple.
Yeah. But I would have not known. I told you, I thought the smell was coming from this area.
Yeah, and I couldn't. Usually, a lot of times, because they don't have to be super tight. They're just tight enough that the nut doesn't come off. Yeah. And I couldn't turn it, so I went back seen the wire come loose as soon as I turned it.
It comes with the harness there, right there.
I hope if it doesn't come with this plug, you'll just have to get some butt splices. Go right
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, sir. It's just knowledge, you know. It's like I looked
At
in.
least it was easy, well.
Yeah.
I've had on our old boom truck like this, we had there's safety switches up in the boom there. When the stages are all the way in, it can lift a certain amount of weight, and we've had those go up.
Right.
They're not even 12 volt, they're 420 milliamps in the trays.
You get that wire that runs up there. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that before. I mean, the Crimson Vibrand. It runs to that little
that box that's on the side.
Yeah.
Only that box stops the ball so you don't run it up into the wheel or something. Or all the people have done that before too. They get it sucked up and it had a loop up there, and you get the ball stuck up in that thing.
You know, I've ran these enough that that's not going to happen.
Ignorant people.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. I know. I'll get this. I'll loosen this up and. Oh, how much?
Yeah, that's
Good
good news that it's an easy solution.
You might. The DHCP, I don't know, it might be called something else. You know, right across on road 2, like you go across the railroad tracks and there's an industrial park on the left.
Yeah.
Diesel services right there, and then just down the ways there's a building. I think it's called DHCP. They might carry something like that too.
Okay. I'll stop by there before I go to Granger.
Granger's going to be, I think the nearest one's going to be
Denver.
Commerce City.
Is there one in Commerce City?
Yeah, it's East Commerce City.
Oh,
almost like
I mean, they're kind of
we
like
tried to
basically
get some bolts. We
a
had to go all the
triangle,
way
you know?
downtown to
split the square. What's closer?
Alameda, off of Alameda.
Yeah, there's one down in Alameda. There's one kind of in Lakewood off of I-76, and there's another one off of 70 and what is out there, like Peoria.
That's kind of half a dozen, 60.
Yeah, there's nothing close. I think they have a Fort Collins location, but again, still nothing close.
Yeah, the one downtown or that one about the same if you don't hit traffic.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Other than that, you could just, like I said, you can put that number in. Parker, and see if anybody else around has got one. Yeah. Came right up, so it should be pretty common. And the fuse you can get anywhere, hardware store. Make sure they're the same length. They do make 3 or 4 different lengths of those.
You're a lifesaver, man. Yesterday was a bad day.
Oh yeah.
Well, I had the hammer drill, and I've drilled short ones, but I've never drilled 10-inch ones or 7-inch ones. You got to go down and bring it up, go down and bring it up. And I got a bit stuck.
Shit, you got too much stuff stuck around it.
Yeah, and I couldn't get it out. I actually had the crane on it and tried to pull it out, and it lifted my pads, so I had to lift the whole pad up, re-level it, set it back down.
And it got to the point where it wouldn't even spin. It was so lodged.
Yeah,
It's
never
done.
done that.
It's
I've
stuck
done
for
short
good.
ones. I never had that problem. I did all these right here. I did 60 of them.
Yeah.
Not
How big
an
of a hole
issue.
are you drilling?
3/4.
Yeah, you gotta like an inch pull, inch pull, inch pull, inch pull.
Yeah.
And then
I
once you
figured that out.
start figuring out a lot of stuff, you actually do it a bunch more until it kind of blows everything off to the side.
Yeah, I figured that out, but it was too late.
We had a guy at work break 4 1/4-inch bits, which was all we had at the time before he came and got one of us and asked us why he kept breaking bits.
Well, I did all those, and I did pull it up every once in a while. I just that one, I only got about.
Was there rebar on the slab too?
Yeah, but I didn't get to the rebars. I put the rebar in. It's 7 inches down.
Oh,
That wasn't that deep.
Yeah, just wedged.
Yeah, I wedged in a rock or something. I don't know because it was running just fine, and I had pulled it up once. It was running just fine, and just all of a sudden, and I couldn't get it. And I got
to
it.
go either way.
Yeah, I even got a pipe wrench on it and got it to move an 1/8 of an inch. And I
Basically,
thought I
least you
could.
can do is just like wiggle. If you have somebody pulling and wiggle on it, you
Right.
might have a chance to get loose, but you put so much pressure on it already. I don't know.
Well, I didn't do the crane thing, so I couldn't get it out any other way. That was the last resort. And then I pulled the pad up a little bit. Then I'm going, oh shoot. So then I took straps and put it under the pad, picked up the pad, smoothed it all out, set the pad back down.
Yeah,
I
that
lost-
took up most of your day.
Yeah.
And then we got all that rain
I lost my
yesterday.
strap.
Oh, we got dumped on.
And it was
Just it's one of them
Careful,
days,
Evie. Don't
well,
play
I
over
was
there.
not a happy camper, and it's supposed to rain tonight, so I'm gonna run in and get some.
I think this weekend we're supposed to get a bunch. So it's all right.
Well,
Yeah,
I
so we're
thought-
going to get some
I thought
plastic
the
and cover the
window
floor.
was this week, or this today.
Careful,
Today and
Evie.
tomorrow.
Was it?
That's
I mean, it was early
owies.
in the week.
Lots of owies.
The temperatures were supposed to only be in like the 70s or 80s.
No,
right?
I keep an eye on it, but I'm gonna go
You
get some
could've
plastic. I got my edging done. I mean my bottom plates, top plates.
Yeah.
Leave it out. On the outside, I don't have it on the inside yet. But yeah, it's
Frame walls. Did you get your piers?
fine
Sure,
now. Yeah, Bubba's gonna come. I don't think next week. After the first day of the week next week. Yeah, I gotta get those. I'm gonna lift all the that thing up, and I'm gonna put plastic. I mean, they already see how it's full.
It's swelled.
Well,
in the rain.
Now I'm gonna have to. On probably all the seams, I'm gonna have to go grind them off.
That one's in season.
Oh, it's like I get the deck down, and then rain till I get the deck down, and then get the deck down. It rains every other day, and pours on me yesterday. I went out yesterday and I took the blower. I blew all the water off. Went to bed. And it rained.
Started raining again.
Yeah, I heard it last night.
Well, thanks for coming over. It's just a lack. I mean, I just don't have that knowledge that you have these things.
Easy one. Tear into it. They brought a meter over.
Yeah, it's coming together. It'll actually look like it's going to look fast.
Oh, framing goes like crazy. It looks like you just got a million things done. With just everything.
Now that I got that, that thing should probably work.
And then all your finish work starts, and that seems like it never ends.
Yeah. Some of the finish, well, we're probably going to do a lot more.
We're going to be drywalling. And we're probably going to be painting too, because painters are crazy right now. I had one guy, he's like, your budget's right on. I'll give you an estimate. Comes back, it's double. And then I go to a different one, and he was $24,000 more than that.
That's doing the interior. What do you
Yeah,
guys are
painting,
doing?
paint and
Yeah,
trim.
on the outside, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, the outside I'm getting
It's hardy-
pre-painted.
hardy board, I thought.
hmm
Yeah, she's getting it from that place, but she set up.
I was able to set up an account with ABC Supply. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a cash account versus a credit account, but
I can't beat their prices.
right.
Everybody else,
Yeah.
they're really good.
That's what I'm finding too.
Lowe's
And it's painted.
Yeah, Lowe's unpainted was the same price as theirs painted was.
Right? Yep.
When I did it.
hmm Yeah. And
What's it
saving
on?
on painting
Did they
was
buy the board right now?
a big one. I checked last month and gosh, it had gone down since March.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it's at now though.
I did the Hudson House. It was like $12.50 a board. Last thing I
For
got
just
last
like
month.
lap siding.
Yeah, it was lap 8-inch hardy.
Yeah, I think it's 11 something.
I mean, that was a couple years ago. I'd assume it gone up since then.
Or that might be the trim. Some of the trims 11. I can't remember if it's like 11 or 14
It's gonna be
something.
a lap for a ways, and then it's going to be.
And then it's going to be board and batten.
I don't know, yeah, tired. Oh. You don't know how good you made me feel, bud. My,
Oh,
You're also going to make your
You said it smoked and there was a bunch of electrical. That's usually not a big deal. Usually these older machines are a little bit easier to work on.
yeah. Well, I looked at it and said, it's manual, and I couldn't figure out what the smoke was causing. And then, like I said, you smell like hot
I have to get up there.
I got it open. I got it
Plug. It's a relay right here. And must have, the power feed must have been coming through that fuse.
Yeah.
Doesn't move it pretty well.
Yeah. But it was like a puff of smoke. It wasn't very long.
No.
is like puffing. I'm going over here and I'm trying to take
I'm
off.
wondering like if this wire had gotten like right against that nut, and then it got hit at some point and it shorted it.
Yeah, I wonder. What was I doing at the time? That would be extending the boom. Well, that's the winch. That's what it was. Okay.
That could have been.
No, that's extending the boom. That's the one that's right there.
Who knows? He could have had a nick in the wire and he just finally made contact with something too. Uncommon.
Oh, gosh.
I've replaced, I don't know how many of them, so I'd say they go out all the time, even when there's nothing wrong with them.
Oh.
Just they'll burn up if they get too much temperature going through them for any reason.
Yeah.
Which is
Just got to get through this project.
yeah.
Get through this project and stuff like that. Runs really good. And all this like, and everything else. I got to check the hydraulic. I do have a little leak on the turret, but it's not even. Well, it's probably. If I ran it a whole day, I might lose a quart or two.
As old as the machine is, if they're all going to do it.
But everywhere else, it doesn't leak.
Our electric leaked all the time from the turret. Both of them, even the newer one did.
I got it. That tire keeps running out of air, so I got to
Hole in it somewhere, leak.
either take it off, take it somewhere, or have somebody call somebody.
Which one? The inside or the outside?
Outside.
You could always see if you can find the nail in it and just put a plug in it. Yes.
Well, we went and got the part that needed to be fixed, installed it, super cheap, super easy, and we are back up and running with our boom truck. So that's super exciting. That what went wrong was something easy, quick, and cheap to fix. So it's not going to delay us, and not going to be a huge issue with finances to get fixed. So that's great news. As you can see, there it is, working just fine as he's testing it out, making sure that we don't have any issues and that everything is working properly.